all of you. It's Rhonda here, trying to get the right lighting. It's never that great. Okay, so jump in and say hi when you guys get here. I'm going to be looking at your comments and trying to follow along with all of you. Welcome to my studio. Today is a fun day. It's a little bit different of a video. It's actually a class that I'm offering, and you can, there's lots of ways to get it. Something for everybody. Obviously, you can watch along today to be inspired to create it on your own. You are more than welcome to do that. Using your own supplies, using your own everything. Also, if you'd like more of the easy button, then I've got a solution for you too. I actually offering this as a class to go, a class that you can order and have it shipped to your house. And we have two options. They're actually kind of almost like completely different looks, so it's kind of fun, and you can order both of them if you want to too. There's some awesome products that we have that we're using. Today is a one sheet wonder class. So the concept is we're going to have one sheet of 12 by 12 and not this piece here. I actually don't have the actual ones that we're using here. They're at my other studio, but I'm just going to show you how to cut it, and then I have some of the pieces cut already. So we are going to be doing a one sheet wonder. The concept is just one piece of 12 by 12, and if you cut it just right, then you can get out of this one, you're gonna be able to get 15 cards. Now, the tutorial is gonna create 7 cards for you, and I'm gonna show you 7 cards. The other ones you are multiples. So you'll be able to make like multiples of one and multiples of the other. You can slightly change them if you want to. But when I figured it out, there's enough to do actually 15 cards with the paper that we're going to cut. So I'm excited that you guys are here. Again, there is an easy button by the class. The other way that I'm offering this is the tutorials. The tutorials will have the actual, like all the cards, the pictures, the measurements, the step-by-step directions, the template, all of that for both classes because they're slightly different. You can get those for free when you place an online order with me. It has to just be at least $50, and you can have done it as early as a couple days ago all the way until next Wednesday. So if you place an online order with me, I will email you both of these tutorials. Not until next week because they're not even done yet. It's a lot of work to type up all the tutorials, especially for 14 cards. So we are working on that right now. So you can get those for free. You don't have to buy them. Or if you are a Creative Corner member, they will be on Creative Corner as well. So lots of ways to get them. Now, one thing that we're offering as well is we've created a template for our one sheet wonder, and we're going to be emailing that out to my entire email list. So you'll have the measurements for the one sheet wonder, but you do have to be on my email list, and that will be coming out on Friday. So you want to make sure that you are already there, or there is a link to join my email list as well. Okay, see, lots of things that are going on today, and they're all so exciting. To be honest with you, there are so many reasons to place orders right now. Stampin' Up! Just announced an in-color sale, and I've seen a lot of my friends take advantage of that. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of things on sale that incorporate any of our new in-colors, which are some of my favorites. And if you, the Painterly Pears one, we use a lot of that Secret C, so you're going to definitely want some Secret C, and but there's all kinds of things that are on there. And we share all that link as well. We also have Stampin' Up! Announced and added more things to what they call their last chance list. And those are things that like we're not going to restock, so you better get them while you can. And a lot of them are discounted too. So lots going on. Let's go to my hands, and we are going to jump in and get started with this one sheet wonder. Again, I'll probably go over all that again for those of you who are just joining. But the first thing is, if you want this template, we will email it to you, but you have to be on my email list. So we're not going to be doing individual emails for the next days. We just don't have time for that. So we're going to be doing one email. So if you're on my email list, we will be sending this to you. It's a printable, and it gives you all of the measurements that I'm going to be doing today. This one sheet wonder has a lot of pieces to it, so it's a little bit different than any of the ones I've done before. So first, a big shout out to my friend Wendy Lee. This was a template that she shared with me. Wendy helps me with some design work for some of my events throughout the whole year. She will, and so this is one that she inspired me with. So she did hers with the painterly pear, and I'm offering that as well. And I took it and I'm using the Charming Day, which to be honest with you, I do not even have the pack of paper here with me. Like the Charming, I just don't have the whole pack. I have it at my studio in Langsburg, and right now I'm in Byron Center. It's the story of my life. I can never get it right where what I need is here and what I need is there. Like there's always one thing that I forget. So this time it was the paper. It's okay. I have the paper to do the projects for today, just not to show you how to cut it. So I'm just taking a piece of our, this is actually from Celebration. It was Floral Impressions of Bloom, I think. And it was some of our most beautiful paper. This is back on the last chance list. I think it's $7.50. So it's a super good deal. It was a very, very pretty paper. So let me first start off by showing you how to cut for this one sheet wonder. And then we're gonna have all the pieces, and then I'm gonna show you the cards. Or maybe I should show you the cards first. Let me show you the cards first. Okay, because these are like I just did a one sheet wonder a few months ago, and they were a lot more simple. These are a little bit more intricate for sure. So again, like I told you, I'm offering it in two different ways. When you buy the tutorial, when you buy the class, you will get both tutorials. If you place your online order, you will get both. You'll get both the painterly pears, and then our other one is the Charming Day. So this is, these are the cards we're going to make, and I'm just going to show you them. So Charming Day is so beautiful. I know what you're going to say. But Rhonda, I don't need any more flowered sets, right? I know that. But do you know what? I'm telling you, this one is so good. First of all, the paper is beautiful, beautiful paper. I don't have it all here to show you. I'm so mad at myself, but I can't. I had to get over it. But it is, the flowers and the dyes are really pretty. They actually oops, that's not good. They run with texture already in them. They're gorgeous. Like look at this one. It has all of the texture already in it. So anyway, I love this set. So Charming Day, and then we also have it in the painterly pears. So this is the next one. This is one of my favorite. I'm going to show you how to make a lot of these. Not all 7, but most of them. This one I'm going to make today too. I'm going to give you some variations. Here it is in the painterly pear. The painterly pear is so gorgeous with the main colors are Secret Sea, Old Olive, and then the Darling Duckling. So those are really the main 3 colors. Where with the Charming Day, our main 3 colors are Pretty Peacock, Mossy Meadow, and Petal Pink. So you really have to just stick to, those main colors, and they're gorgeous. Here's the next one. This is the Charming Day one. So this is one I'm showing you today. I don't know, it's a little, yeah, who knows. And then this one is the painterly pear. They are both absolutely gorgeous, just slightly different. So that's the kind of the beauty of this. Okay, so this one was the painterly pear. This was the one that Wendy Lee sent me. All right, I love it. And then how awesome then I can make it with the Charming Day. So they're so beautiful, so similar. This is crazy. We're going to be using this new Petal Pink braided trim, I think it's called, and I was not a fan. It's Petal Pink, jute. It's really thick, but I'm going to tell you why I used it and why I love it and how I used it to hopefully make you guys love it too. So, because it's really thick for card making, obviously it's great for gift giving and package wrapping and all of that, and you get a ton of it. So I'm going to show you how I actually use this. You get 10 yards, but trust me, if you buy one, it'll last you forever. All right, so here's the next one. See, these one sheet wonders have quite a bit more detail in them because we have this awesome set of dies. This one, they have the embossing down here. So these are simple. Well, they're simple, but they're definitely a little bit more stepped up. Okay, so this one I'm going to make first. This is the one of Painterly Pears, and now I'm going to make the Charming Day. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be doing today and to show you how gorgeous and beautiful these cards are. So again, this is our Painterly Pear. Well, let's cut the paper. So the concept of a one sheet wonder, why I love it, is it's like a puzzle. If you are any similar to me, I love puzzles. So this is, and again, we'll give you that template. Make sure you join my email list, and we'll email it to you so you can join my email list. You can take a little screenshot right there if you want to, but this is what I'm going to follow along with. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this at 6 inches. So this is because there's a lot. This one has a lot of cuts. So what you're going to do it at 6 inches first. So the first thing I did was 6 inches. Because what's kind of cool about this is if you do, I know a lot of my customers have a ton of 6x12 paper. So you can still do this one sheet wonder with your 6x12 pieces. You can do it with 6x6 pieces, at least the top portion, which is several of the cards. All right, so then we're going to cut it by 6 again. So this is our main start. The top is, I can't have it both on the same screen at the same time. So anyway, the first 6x6 we are going to cut down to 4. And then these 4-inch strips are each cut at 1.5, which is, let's see here. I always measure my 1.5. It's just that line there at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 by 1.5 pieces, and then this other one will be at 3. Then you'll have 2 3x2 pieces. All right, so that's the first square. On the next square, you are going to cut it at 3.5. And then these are all cut at 1 inches. You're going to have 6 1-inch pieces. Actually, it's the whole thing, so I guess I don't have to count. But do you guys do that? I think maybe I'm neurotic, but everything I do, I count. I just count everything I'm doing. If I'm taking steps or something, or climbing stairs, or I don't know, whatever I do, I always count. So that one, you'll see as we go, this is enough to do 2 cards. It'll be the same layout. So I'm going to show you how you're going to end up with getting 15. So like a lot of these just mean that you can make double cards of the same layout. You can also flip and use the other side. So you have 2 sides to every paper. You can, the Charming Day is nice because one side is patterned and one side is not. All right, this piece after was 2.5, and then we're going to cut that by 3. So we have 2 that are 2.5 by 3. So just so you know where I'm at, I just did this whole top portion. And I did them, 6x12, and I cut them into 2 6x6 blocks, and then I cut those blocks down there. Now this one is different because it's not directly at 6x6. So the first thing I'll do, I usually cut the big one first. So now we have this, the first one is going to be at 4. So just cut this at 4 and 2. The 4-inch strip is going to be done, you're going to cut it at 2.5, 5 1/4, and then you're left with 4. So these are 3 more cards. The 2-inch strip is going to be at 5.5. Then there's 2 little ones that are 1/2 inch. We'll just do a little 1/2 inch, and they're just little fun guys you'll add to the inside of a card. So two little 1/2 inch ones, and then you're left with another 5.5. Okay, simple, right? Super simple. When you look at it, it looks like so much, but it's really super simple. So I just recommend doing the 6x12 first, do your 2 6x6 blocks, and then the bottom is just 2 and 4s. You know, you cut it at 4, and then you have a 4 and a 2-inch strip, and then you cut your strips. So super, super simple. All right. Now let's put together. So I'm not going to use these today because this is not Charming Day. I just wanted to show you how I cut it. Now I could though save these and make other cards of them later. But I went through and I cut all of my Charming Day already. So I showed you. I have already showed you some of them. But now we're going to make. Some more. So this is the Painterly Pear version, and I am going to show you my Charming Day version. So I'm taking that bottom strip. This had a piece of 4x4. Isn't this paper gorgeous? This back side is pretty peacock as well. So I love the back side of this, right? Good day, all of you. I'm so glad. Yvonne, thank you. I'm not the only crazy one that counts everything you do too, right? I just automatically do that. And I have to say, my nail polish goes so good with this Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon, don't you think? I didn't even plan that, but, well, I did kind of plan. All right, so we are going to first start off with gluing this down. Sorry, I'm a girl. I get distracted by girly things. Oh, before I glue this down, this is what I wanted to tell you. For your, oh gosh, let's add some light. I had him shooting up here. This is the ribbon that is included with the Charming Day. It's expensive ribbon. It's a $13 ribbon. And you're like, at first like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money to spend. I'm going to tell you that it's actually quite nice when you use it, probably not how it's intended. So I'm going to cut off a good chunk of it. I actually love you get so many. I think you get 12. Can you see that? You get 12 strands. Now for this one, I still kind of want that braided look. So what I'm just going to do is just pull out maybe a chunk of the strands. So I'll just pull out one of the middle ones. Pull that out. Now this obviously I'm going to use, right, for another card. So this is pretty good. It's a little bit thinner, still a little bit too thick for me. So I'm going to take a couple of the singleton threads and pull those out. See, now it's perfect. Now it's getting soft and it's getting thin and it's getting a little bit more pliable. And then I'm going to go, I'm not pulling out 2 from the same bunch. I'm going to pull out 2. There we go. Now this is what I'm looking for. It's flat, it's soft, and it's a little bit more, it's a little softer and flatter, but it still has that pretty braided, it's more like a loose braid than a super tight braid. Do you see that? So I love this. It was not on my wish list, but Michelle, I have a feeling you typically buy all my classes. This is coming in the Charming Day one. Again, it was not one that I hadn't bought it either. And I was like, it's too thick for card making, or scrapbooking. But for packaging, it's great, right? It'd be awesome to wrap a package with it and wrap around a box or use on a gift bag. But I'm actually now kind of in love with it. I really am. So you can tell me afterwards what you think about it. But every single one of them, you'll see I am altering like this. So I'm just going to take that and lay it down over here. And I'll trim off the extras so not to add just the added bulk to the card. All right. And then you can glue it down. I'm actually going to use dimensionals. Again, because this is a little bit of a bulkier ribbon, if I tried to glue that down, I think it would probably be a little too bulky. So let me put that down a little bit just to make room for a dimensional there. There we go. And again, you're gonna be like, Rhonda, what in the world? Why do you need that many dimensionals? Just because on this kind of one, I do. And it's because that ribbon is there. So yeah, I'm gonna go over and above on the dimensionals on this one. I don't like my cards to look flimsy. We want our cards to look nice. I mean, it's such high quality, and they are high quality. It's why we do what we do, right? We want it to be high quality. Okay, so now I can take that and put this down to the front of our card. Okay, so this, we started off with that 4x4 piece. Perfect. Now it's nice. It's all flat. It's laying nice. Okay, next we're going to take, I'm using an everyday arch. And the stamps that we're using this whole day, I'm using Charming Day. Charming Day is a bundle, and it's brand new. It just came out in July, and I don't even have it, cataloged yet, which I will. Nancy Jones is watching, probably like, Rhonda, you have not given me that to do yet. And I haven't, because I've been playing with it here in Byron Center. And we're using, by the way, if you have not signed up for our Fun Fold Frenzy, or if you're not like excited about it, we'll be doing it at the end of August. I think it was like August 26th. Oh gosh, I don't remember the day. I think it's 4 days, and it's 8 fun folds. Fun folds are always a little bit more complicated, so 2 in a day is more than plenty. We're also using Charming Day there. So I do try to, like, if I'm going to be using Charming Day, I want to use it as many places I can to help give you the most ideas on how to use it. So Charming Day gets a thumbs up, a big thumbs up from me. I want to tell you a true story real quick. Erica Serwin is one of our partners. We have me, Erica Serwin, Melissa Faust, and Ange McKay. So 4 incredibly talented, super awesome demonstrators. And when we were trying to decide product, I put out their Charming Day because I liked the paper. I had not used the bundle yet, and but I love the paper. And Erica was like, yuck, Rhonda, no more flowers. I am tired of flowers. And I said, I know, but I think this one, we need to use it. It's going to be pretty. So she was like, okay. And Melissa jumped in and said, I have played with it. It is pretty. Let's use it. So great. So we got it. Erica got it in and made her 2 cards right away and posted it. And she was like, okay, I really need to apologize. She was, I love this Charming Day. It is so much better than I thought it was. So anyway, that's what I'm telling you is we are all giving this an A+, right? We really like it. Oops, I'm drinking my coffee as well. So let me jump in. We are going to use the words. Let's use thanks for being you. It just fits well on this one. So, and we're going to be using a Pretty Peacock. I love Pretty Peacock with Petal Pink. So we got thanks for being you. Stamp that right on here. This fits perfectly right there. I got a little extra flower. I did do all the die cutting beforehand just because I knew I was going to make 4 cards today, and I was going to show you a bunch, and I was going to talk quite a bit. So I wanted to make it not take so long. I ran through, so in this Charming Day, oh look, I actually did spill coffee on my piece of white that I had. I think the other side might be okay. I ran through a couple of the flowers. So it has these flowers, and I'm going to show you quite a few, and then these really nice leaves. So I'm just going to take one of the flowers. I did 2, but it was almost too much for the front of this card. You guys might like 2. You know me. I'm a bit more of a simple girl. So we are going to I'm just going to take both of these leaves and kind of put them together like this to create, and I'm going to put glue on this side and then dimensional on that side. The reason why I'm doing that is just to keep it all flat. So because the bottom is on a dimensional, this does not need to get popped up, but this does. So, all right. Now we're going to take these leaves. Oh, and I glued them to the table. Hold on a second. Gotta do some surgery. Gotta get it off the table. There you go. And I'm going to kind of curve them up a little bit. I'm going to add another mini glue dot. I like being able to kind of manipulate this the way that I want it to. And I just want to kind of curve it there. Look, so cool. And then I can add a couple more little mini glue dots to the back of those couple leaves so they stay where I want them to. unless you want them to be flappy. But I kind of like, and some of them I like to be flappy. So I'm not gluing down all of them. I'm only gluing down a couple of them. So I do like, but this also helps me keep it in place. But I like that more. I'll do this one. A little bit more of that natural look where they are a little bit, and I can kind of play with this a little bit. There. So can you guys see okay? Oh, yes. No. I was reading Ineki's. Oh, I did see hers, and it cracked me up. So I didn't use near as much as she did I? So yeah, that was, I don't typically use that many, or even today was a lot, but that made me laugh. I do use a lot more. People who cut theirs in half and like try to conserve it, I'm like, heck no, they're $4.25 for 300 plus all the outside. Like, I'm just going to use them up, have my card look more stable, and then I'll buy more. So, okay, so I'm going to just take a couple dimensionals there and then put this down right there. Okay, so there is card number 1. The gems I'm using are the strawberry slush. So these are on sale, actually. Again, if you buy the kit, they will be included in there. We're including all of the, and I know these are a little bit lighter pink, but it's crazy when you put them down, like on the paper, they look petal pink. So I use mostly these ones. So I'll, the top ones that just kind of go with everything. There you go. So we'll sprinkle some gems on all those. So here is card number 1 with our piece of 4x4. And this is the painterly pair one. Oh, and again, one thing that we do in this class, well, this one's cut the other way. You'll cut it, or we are going to prep for you 7 of the cards. 7. Those are the 7 that will be in the tutorial as well. Keep in mind, though, that there will be more paper. What I've decided to do for, because you can change them up, you can do them differently. So what I decided to do for the class was, is that I'm going to send you, like, there's 4 colors. There's petal, this one's petal pink, pretty peacock, mossy meadow, and white. And I'm going to send you 4 extra sheets then that you can use. Well, we'll do it this way. That you can make the other ones, and you can use whatever color scheme layering that you want to. So because they're all kind of the same. There you go. So that's the inside. I did also accidentally run an extra one of these. So I thought I'm going to throw that in the inside too. Just because I ran it, and there you go. So there. Now my inside's a little bit decorated as well. There you go. So card number 1. Card number 2, at the bottom of your, I'm going to get that up there. So at the very bottom of that strip are 2 pieces that you create that are 5.5. So this one, you can make 2 of these cards. And I am going to make 2. So I'm using Pretty Peacock and folding that in half. No, where's my little bone? Here we go. Folding that in half. Our 2-inch piece, I'm layering on a piece of white. I'm going to just grab the painterly pear piece just to kind of show you that version. Does that help you so you can kind of see both of them? I got it over here somewhere. Okay, so here is the painterly pear version. I love the stamping down here at the bottom. So pretty. So that's the painterly pear. Here you go. Yes, the cutting guide, Kimberly, as long as you are on my email list, and you're actually in my team, so you also get free access to Creative Corner. It'll be on there as well. But we are emailing this out to my whole email list on Friday. So so everybody can get it as long as you're on my email list, just because we're not going to do individual emails. I love you guys. I truly do. but that is just way too time consuming when I'll be leaving on Friday to go to Nashville. I have retreats I'm doing. I just did my past classes sale. And God, I love you, but I can't sit and send individual emails out for hours. So you do have to be on my email list if you want to get it. And if you're watching this afterwards, you can, again, still join the email list, but it's also will be on Creative Corner, and that way you can download it. All right, so next, I'm going to take some scrap paper. And so I'm using one of these pieces here, but again, you can make 2 of these cards. So we're going to need, I'm taking some more of that. And then for the bottom, I'm going to take this flower right here that's in the stamp set. And I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp the bottom down here. And I'm going to do it so that I am, you can go up higher. It's fine. You're going to cover it. But I want to have like just like a random of the flowers on there, but also of the leaves. So they're both. Okay, that's probably good enough, but I'm going to stick a leaf right there. Okay, so you're just going to stamp just that bottom little bit. And I ran through this piece here. Can you see that? So I ran through that piece. You could do any of them. I did make this card already, the one that I showed you, where did I put it? Well, oh, here it is. It definitely is like a little bit of a brighter. Let me check a setting because it seems to, let me just check a setting really quick. There we go. I think the brightness is too high. All right, let's try that. So here I used this die cut. And then this one, I'm using that one just to show you a different little variety of it. So let's go ahead and glue down this piece here. Down there at the bottom. So just let's see, we cover up all those other flowers we don't want. I ran through a textured notes is what that is. So again, when you buy the class, we'll run through all these extra ones, all those extra ones for you. I used my template for my cheat sheet or my other sheet. Okay, so for this one, we'll, I guess any of the words will work. Well, I've already done that thank you. Let's do this one. Can't wait to see you again soon. But I don't know, or we could do a happy birthday. They all fit, they all work, but I'm going to do a thank you. Thanks for being you. I think that one, do you know what? We can send for any occasion. So thanks for being you. This definitely has, again, it has a happy birthday. There's a you made my day. There's pretty good. That one down there. Again, I'll just take some dimensionals, or no, some mini glue dots, and just put them on some of the petals. You can use, well, actually this one I think might be easier to use a little bit of green glue. So I'm just going to drop down little dots on some of these petals. Go. Hello. Oh, thanks, Lisa. She says she loves Creative Corner. Everything I do, pretty much. The only thing that doesn't go on there are the conventions. Conventions are separate. But everything else, like all my customer-facing events, all my retreats and stamp camps, they all go on there. All right, so there's that one. So this is where I'm going to pull, right, a couple of those. I already pulled these out. So if you're just joining, I pulled these out. I used this jute, the petal pink jute, and I pulled out some of these threads. You get 12 threads in one section. So I'm going to tell you, that is going to last you forever, because on my cards, this is what I'm using. And I love it. I really love it. So you're going to get like enough to last you a lifetime and probably then some. Okay, I'll take that. The embellishments that we're including for the Painterly Pear is the Mossy Meadow ribbon. And then these are, I think they're called low profile sparkle dots. All right, so here I'm just gonna add on our little dots. These are the sparkle gems that we're using for this class. I love them because they have a little bit of gold in them too, so a little bit of sparkle. Okay. Oh, and every one of the cards, well, if we're using the Pretty Peacock, we definitely have, you know, a white piece on the inside. And again, this one, there's a little bit of a decoration in there, so you can decorate the inside, you can stamp the inside, you can, you'll have flexibility to do on your own. A lot of times, we just leave that up to you. So I'll put the stamp down there though, and then we could color that. All right, so there is the next one, and then here was another variation of the Charming Day. Again, just showing, because you get to make two, right? So the tutorial will only have one of them, but just remember, you'll have the paper cut though to make two, to make another one. So I'm sure just showing you that a different little, that's how, like, when you do another one, you can kind of be a little bit different if you want to. All right, so the next one let's jump into is, let's see what we got. Oh, I love this one. This is probably one of my favorites because I love this die cut, this flower right there. All right, so in this, you will have these little 1-inch strips when you cut. Remember, we had 6 of them. So then we have, I'm using Mossy Meadow. This is my reference for the Painterly Pear, so you guys can see the Painterly Pear. I made this one already too because I loved it so much. I made it in Pretty Peacock with that Pretty Peacock flower. Isn't that so pretty? And I used Petal Pink here. So I'm going to show you a different version on the video, so that way you're going to have lots of ideas when you get yours. So I'm taking Mossy Meadow and folding that in half. And then I have another piece of Mossy Meadow, which is a really weird measurement. I'm going to get my ruler out because I don't want to tell you a wrong measurement. I always have my ruler handy, but it's clear. So this measurement is 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. Well, that wasn't too crazy. So it's not as crazy as I thought it was. Yeah. 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. All right. Okay, so now we're going to take, there's one of these that has crazy. We're going to take our little 1-inch pieces and we're going to put adhesive on those. Should line up pretty good. And then there is a 1-inch just plain white that is also it was by 3 1/2, wasn't it? So let me cut that down to 3 1/2. And then on here, let's use those words now. I like those words. Can't wait to see you again soon. So let's do on this one, because I haven't used that one yet. And again, oh, but this one we're going to use Mossy Meadow ink. So Mossy Meadow, can't wait to see you again soon. I'm going to put that over here. I always do my stamping first. I try to, so I don't forget. I close that up. I know, we love that. Yep, tonight we have team meeting too. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna put these down. They should work out correctly. You might have to, I don't push too hard in case I have to alter them a little bit. I just kind of put glue on the ends. Yeah, I gotta go up Just a hair. See, I didn't push it down quite hard. Once I get it where I know I need it, then I will. And this one needed to get trimmed just a tiny bit. So just a little bit of doctoring there. Okay, so this just needs to go up a little bit higher, just a tad. There, see? Perfect. All right, so there's that one. And again, you could do it in another version of the Charming Day. You can do it in the Pretty Peacock. And there's our Painterly Pear other one. All right, so this one does get put down with dimensionals. And I'm going to go Boring Ronda, just 4. That's all we need on this one. Because we've got all that cardstock there to help give it stability as well. Yes. Okay. And then Mossy Meadow with Petal Pink is also a really gorgeous combination. Look at that. Good fold on that one. Then I have, look at that flower. So pretty. And do I want to pop that up? Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to pop up the top of this. This one is popped up here. I should have done that. I liked that, how that just has a little bit of lift to it, but this one's not going to because I already did it. And then let's take there you go. Just a little bit of dimensionals here. This is the one time I suppose I like to have those mini ones. I'm not usually a fan of them, but I guess in this case, it would have helped a little bit. I'm just going to trim off a little bit that's hanging over there. And this one. And last but not least, again, we have all of our pretty little threads. I'm a double thread girl. I have 2. You can do 3. Some of them I did 3, some of them I did 1. 2 is probably my favorite. That's my favorite size. Trim that off, and we'll add that on. All right, card number 3. So if you followed along with me before with One Sheet Wonders, which I try doing them, I love them. I do them as soon as I find a great template. I love doing them. So this one, the cards themselves definitely have a little bit more work to them. They are a little bit more involved, which is fun. But the One Sheet Wonder concept is still the same. All right, now we just got to add on some of our little gems. I got my leftover dimensional there. Oh, goodness. Okay. We'll put some of these here. All right, there we go. So there's 2 versions of the Charming Day, the Mossy Meadow or the Pretty Peacock. They're actually both really, really pretty. I couldn't choose a favorite between those 2. And then there is the Painterly Pear. Again, see, don't you guys love this Secret C? Love the Secret C. Yeah, that one needs a little white piece on the inside too. Look, I have it here. There you go. You can even use some of your leftover pieces if you want to decorate the inside as well. All right, I got one more. You guys hanging in there? One more to show you. I think that's 3. The reason why I'm showing you this one, this is the last one that I'm going to show you. Again, don't forget you have all these other ones, so I'm not going to show this one. You can make 2 of as well because you get 2 pieces of that, so you can make double. So this one, this one I made with Pretty Peacock. You could use one of the flowers or something else there too. And then this card here has you get another one of these, so you can make another one of these cards. This is where I use that little hay. I love the color on color with all those leaves in the background. So there's that one. And then the last one is this one. But this one you only make one of because you only get one of those really big pieces. And then this back here goes. And so I did use some of the flip side of the paper. So those are the other three that I'm not showing you today. And then there's extra pieces for you to make all of them as well. All right, this last one I'm going to make for you, you actually get, when you cut it, you get enough to make 4 of these cards. Again, in the tutorial, I'm just going to show you one. But just know that you can continue to keep making more and more. Here is the painterly pear version of it. And then I'm going to make, this is one version. I'm going to show you a totally different version. But using that same paper, same measurements. But again, you're going to get to have that flexibility when you get your kit in and when you cut your one sheet wonder. All right, and you could also use totally different patterns too. Like within the Charming Day, they have all different color combinations. They have a lot of Misty Moonlight, Petunia Pop. They have Pecan Pie and Berry Burst. Like you've got a lot of different color schemes that you could use too. All right, so this one, I'm using Petal Pink. And let's start with the paper. So here's the piece that comes. I'm going to layer this onto this one. I'm layering onto a piece of Pretty Peacock. This was 1.5 by 4. So this is 1 7/8 by 1 by, I think it's just an 1/8. It's an 1/8 of an inch bigger. It's the hair, and then this one is 2. Again, the measurements will be completely in the tutorial as well, but these are 1/8 inch borders. And then I did Mossy Meadow. So they're very subtle borders there. And then this is a lot bigger. This is the one that's the crazy measurement, let me tell you. This measurement is 2 3/8 by 4 7/8. That's going to get glued down. Actually, that one is actually popped up with dimensionals. Again, just a little bit of layering, fun layering dimension. Okay, we're going to pull that off. All right. Do you guys love these cards? I do. They're so pretty. As soon as I saw, and I'm not doing another Painterly Pear class. This is the only Painterly Pear class that I'll be offering is this. But I am using Charming Day again later in the month for our craft along. Okay, so then I'm doing this background in the petal pink. And here I did it with the Mossy Meadow. I ran through this one with the wood grain, and this one I ran through with the birch wood. So just take any of your embossing folders that you want to. And again, you can make multiples of these. So do different folders on different cards and just kind of play with it and see which color combination you like the best. And glue that down there. Oh, I did that one too long. So we'll just do a little hair trim. Just trim it off. There. Okay. This will get glued down. Again, really pretty. Such a pretty color combination. Right, and that's going to go down here to the front. On this one, I wanted to also shake it up just a little bit, a little bit different. So here is the, on my sample, I stamped the happy birthday. I think on this one, I'm going to do the you made my day. I like that thing. And I'll use Pretty Peacock. So So I only use 2 stamp pads. I use Pretty Peacock and Mossy Meadow. And then for the Painterly Pears one, the only one I used was Secret Sea. So I'm going to do that You Made My Day on there. Clean it. I have a little cleaner over there. So you use all the stamps. Well, I didn't use this big one. You could if you wanted to, just to give some dimension, but that's beautiful. And then we used, I think, most all of the dies too, but in this. All right, so let's go to You Made My Day. I'm gonna glue this down, not the ends, just kind of that middle. It's gonna go on there. We're gonna go to that. I have this one. I'm gonna pull 3. So this is what, for those of you who are just joining, I've already pulled some threads from here, but I'm gonna pull. I need 3 more, so I'll pull. I like to pull, and then what's left over. Like sometimes I'll actually take. Now this one, it's broken way down, but you could use this on your card. But this one, I'm probably going to use just the threads. So now I got all these threads. Love it. So this one is a little bit longer, and I'm taking 3. So what I'm going to do is just make a really kind of loopy, a bigger loopy bow. Yeah, see? Kind of like that. Like I want big loops. I mean, that's a little bit big, but you want bigger loops. Like that. Then take a mini glue dot. This one I use a lot of mini glue dots. I hope you guys have a lot of them. Okay. And this is going to get tucked down underneath this. Okay. Now you can trim this off as you want to. I didn't trim it off at first because I wanted to, you know, kind of get it on there and see where I want those to land. But the whole point of it is that it is pretty loopy. I like that. Now I'm going to add this. See? Isn't that so pretty? So on these 2, there's no flower on there, right? These 2. But I thought for this one, since again, we're doing things just a little bit differently, I'm gonna add that flower on. Oh, watch out. I'm gonna use some green glue. Let's use a little bit of green glue. Make sure that's there. Here. Oh, it was like this. There you go. So voila. So last but not least, we'll just add some of those dots on. And then again, if you're making this class, you get to keep going. There are still 3 more, but I'm not going to show all 3 of them, but they will all be in that tutorial for sure. Let's see, we'll put one there. This like darker pink one actually kind of matches some of the colors that are in there too, so you can add that one as well onto the paper. Okay, so there's 2 different versions using the Charming Day. And then here it is with a Painterly Pear. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know. I always love hearing from you. And I have got loads and loads and loads of cards. This is the benefit to One Sheet Wonders. Like, look at all these cards. This is just 2 of them. But, now, and they're gorgeous cards. They're so pretty. And it's fun. One Sheet Wonder to me, again, is like putting together a puzzle. So they're super fun. I'll wrap this up with, make sure if you want the template. So we are emailing out the template on Friday, probably Friday evening. So make sure that you have joined my email list or that you check your emails coming from me. It'll be coming on Friday. We already have it kind of set and scheduled. We'll input this replay so you can watch the replay as well. And then But if you want this class, I do have the easy button. There's a link in here where you can order one or the other, or you can order both. They're $49, and that includes shipping. My shipping to you guys on this is like $12. And the rest of it's all products. You get a pack of paper, a ribbon, and a dot. You'll get tutorials for both of them. So if you buy the class, then you'll get both tutorials. So you can, and they're, again, the papers are all kind of cut the same. They're just different because they're different styles. Uh, Thirdly, you can get the tutorials for free. So both tutorials each will have 7 cards that you can copy. You'll have the measurements, pictures, directions, and those I'm sending for free as a free gift for people who place online orders with me this week all the way through next Wednesday. So you have a week. But some people placed orders yesterday, and those will count too. Don't worry. You can place another order if you want to, but you don't have to. You've already qualified for it. And then these will also be on Creative Corner. So it's a lot, but this is a really big, huge, kind of fun class. So there's lots of ways for all of you to play along. You can order it. I'll send it to you. I'll send you all the supplies, the cardstock. It'll be prepped. So we'll cut the cardstock for the 7 cards, and then we'll send you some full sheets so you can make the other ones if you want to. And then again, a whole pack of paper, the ribbon, and the whole dots. And then we will also send you both tutorials. So anyway, you have until next Wednesday to order it, or next Wednesday to qualify for the free tutorials. So if you have any questions, just let us know in the comments. I look at the comments. Ryan reads the comments. Like, we stay on top of them the best that we can. And I actually watch your comments as we go now. I don't typically always do that. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you love these cards. I loved them. I've been having so much fun creating them and couldn't wait to show you guys. I will be leaving on Friday. I'm going to Nashville for 5 days with my friend Julie Salva, and we are doing our first ever Creating for Christ in-person retreat. And we sold out with 60 spots. I'm really, really excited to see how God's going to work there. It's a retreat that's not just a crafting retreat. We're going to be doing presentations and worship and praise and music, having lunch together, and so plus a lot of creativity. So I will be gone we'll leave Friday morning very early, and I won't get back till next Wednesday really late. So next week there will not be a live video, but we'll have something for you. All right, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing how you guys and what you create with your one sheet wonders. Bye-bye.